Definitely got a lot of snow. The last time I was here, you couldn't even go up this side of the rock or the mountainside because it's just too rocky. And all this was turning into a pond. So it's nice to see a bunch of snow back out on Donner Summit. So the last time I was up here, I started out pretty far down the Donner Pass Road, kind of in the trees near the bottom, and came up in those trees back there, up that ridgeline that's open over the tunnels, and then over the next pass, and then up to Donner Peak out, and then coming down, I made it to just about the tunnels. But one of those cliffs way out there is where I went over. And then I just basically hung out there for a while, like after coming to. I didn't bring a headlamp or anything, so it was really slow when I started moving again back down over the tunnel, which is really sketchy, and then back down into the trees. But as you can see, there's just so many drops over there that it's really impossible to navigate in zero visibility. It was a mistake that I won't remake. Coming out here, it should be always in the sun when you can see, and when you push hard to make a video and think that you can be smarter than weather, and that these mountains aren't that treacherous. You know, granted, they're not anything like from the Rockies or anything where you can get really turned around and injured. There's still, you know, accidents that happen all the time here, and it's not much to be trifled with. As you can see, some of these cliff sides are very, very daunting. You don't want to go off any of these, that's for sure. I'm pretty lucky that I was on the other side, I suppose, because these would be really intense. Even though the snow is really deep, there's just so many rocks like right underneath all these cliffs. And if you hit one of those, it would definitely be game over. Even today, it's like sometimes almost knee deep. But man, it is so tiring trying to get through this. I think it's because it's so heavy right now. The snow is so heavy, it's not even fun to go snowshoeing out here. It just clumps up underneath your boots and then like just gives you permanent high heels. Man, I'm not gonna last too long out here. Basically to this lake, and I think start heading back. Just not feeling it quite yet. Since the beginning of this last storm, I guess like 5 days ago, it's been weird. I've just been feeling like I'm kind of living in a fog. Like I'm somewhat awake, but only like 50% neuro capacity. I think that's why I had an accident also. Is I don't know if it's like a chronic fatigue or what. I feel like every day I need to just take a nap, but there's no way to take a nap really. I can't sleep in the car unless I pull out like all of my bed stuff, and it's just not worth it during the day. So yeah, maybe there's something more wrong with me. Probably should go to the doctor, you know, after you have a concussion. But I'm not going to. So I also checked my Coyote and Oakley's email. I wasn't checking it, but I appreciate all the emails that were sent. When I wasn't posting any videos, that means a lot, especially the positive emails. I have been checking because I do get a lot of negative ones, a lot of negative comments too. Now, if you have a comment saying like that I'm really clumsy and I'm always tripping in my videos, there's a comment that I read. I mean, I think that's kind of funny because, you know, it's true. I'm always tripping, I'm falling in wells, you know, but this terrain, it can be really challenging. And when you're focused on like making a video and walking in the snow along creek sides or tree wells, yeah, you're gonna fall in. But then if you leave a comment saying like that I'm a loser and I have no friends, I'm a terrible person, because of it. That's where it goes too far for me. You know, it's just it's hard to work, be as busy as I am, making videos, and not drinking and going to bars or clubs. No real nightlife or like social life at all. It makes it hard to meet people, especially when you're in your, I guess, middle-aged life, that it's hard to meet people. People already have their groups of friends. They're already solidified with their friends and families. So it's not like that I'm a loser. It's more that I just haven't really put much effort, and I just don't really have time to go out and try and make friendships, which can feel very superficial at times, and I still want to put any energy or thought into superficial friendships, and people just have a one-way street. That's not going to be healthy for either of us.